Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to today's show. Can't see my other hand. Welcome, 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 everyone. This is an amazing day just because it's a new day. All right? Just because it's a new day. And guess what? It's the first of the month. Guess what? It's my birth month. Yay! In 16 days, I turn a new age. Isn't God amazing? I am so stoked. I am so happy just because it's my birth month. July's babies are lit. My kids are on, so I can use their slangs inappropriately and irritates them. I don't care. But July is an amazing month. It's like smack dab 7 months into the year and 5 more months to the end of the year. So it's kind of cool. I just found out today I was born at 10:24 p.m. I think a.m. See, I forgot this was p.m. or a.m. I think it's a.m. Anyway, how are you guys all doing? Welcome to my channel, In a Jenny's Corner, and welcome to the show, Get Sense with a Jenny, where we motivate, awaken, inspire, and educate you on how to live your lives with nuggets from the guest on the show or from me so you can lead your life the way you ought to be, right? We're going to get our slogan correct as we go. Okay, welcome everybody. And please don't forget to welcome each other, talk to each other, be engaged, share your thoughts, and all. All right, so today's topic is how dare you settle? Like, how dare you? How could you just settle? And what settling means to me, and what settling, yay! People are coming on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, what settling means to me is, can you guys hear me? What settling means to me is being passive about your life, being just okay. To me, settling is just okay. And I believe in this quote: what you tolerate, you accept. I can't think of anything else to do. I don't want to do anything else. I mean, it's not really bothering me that much. So let me just be here. So you don't work that hard. You don't try too hard. You just accept things the way they are. But let me tell you something, that's not okay to accept things how they are. If you're that person who knows that you're created for more, if you're that person who knows that there's more to life than where they are, it could be based on your circumstances, it could be based on your experience, it could be based on whatever. But I strongly believe that all of us were created at 100%. And through, I mean, 100% meaning excellence, being amazing, being awesome, being great. Like Les Brown says, we have greatness in us. So we are born with greatness in us. We are born with excellence and all of that, perfection, right? And then based on negative words and based on a situation around us, based on our environment, that reduces who we ought to be. And a lot of times we just simply settle in our life, in our finances, in our relationships, in our self-worth, in our just being. We just settle for less than what we're supposed to be. So I'm here to tell you that you should not settle, and you dare not settle. And if you've settled, how dare you? And when I come here and speak to you, I am speaking from a good place. You might not like it. You might like it. It might seem like you're being attacked, but you're who you ought to be, or who you are right now is being attacked so you can be who you're supposed to be and who you ought to be. It is important that you are. And I speak from a place of experience. I speak from a place of it's happened to me before, or it's happening to me before, or it's happened. I'm so fired up and excited that I just pardon me, okay? Just pardon me. I speak from a place where it's happening or I realized it. Listen, when I come here and speak, I'm speaking to you and I'm speaking to me. You're me and I'm you. Maybe you're better than me. Maybe I'm better than you. But my show, nobody's better than anybody. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. right? I believe they said, where's that quote where knowledge is power? It's not. Oh, knowledge is not power. It is power when the knowledge is applied. Boom. Put it on there. Lord, knowledge is power. Knowledge is okay. They say knowledge is power. You can say yes, that's true. Knowledge is power. No, because I know it, that I'm powerful. No, when I apply that knowledge, then it's power. Like the word of God. If you just say, okay, I read the Bible, Matthew 2 2. Okay. Like Habakkuk 2 2. It said, write the vision down and make it plain. If you don't write the vision down, see a Jenny's vision. See a Jenny. This is my bag. This is ask my children. This is what goes in my bag. I have a book for my business. I have a book for my reflection. I have a book for thoughts. And then I have a book for quotes. I know it sounds crazy, but this is all knowledge I'm acquiring. When I'm talking to my friends, my cousins, my family members, there are a lot of them that inspire me based on what they talk about, based on what they're experiencing. I've spoken to my younger brothers, and there's some things they've shared with me that they've not shared with my mom or anybody. And I'm not allowed to share those, but you know what? I apply that knowledge towards raising my kids because I wouldn't want those things to happen to my kids. I wouldn't want my kids to think that way. Or maybe I want my kids to think that way because I have fantastic brothers, right? So, knowledge is power when the knowledge is applied. Please write that down, all right? So, how dare you settle? See, God God could have just been by himself here and all of us will not exist. If God is so powerful, he's so amazing, he's omnipotent, all of that. You know, when you hear God, you hear power. How can he create us in his own image and then we will now come and now settle? I'm saying this to you and I'm saying this to me. In whatever that you are going through, in whatever that you are, in whatever adversity you're going through, I don't care, in your marriage, in your finances, in your spiritual life, whatever it is, just step out of yourself. You know how we do it? You know how we watch movies? Imagine you're in that movie and you stepped out and you're watching your life day to day. Will you be proud? Will you be really proud how you're living your life? If you will be proud, give me a high five. If you're proud of how your life is right now and how you're living your daily life, please give me an emoji. Again, if you are proud of your life the way it is, your habits, your routines, the things you do on a daily basis, if you're proud how you are and that's how you want to be, give me an emoji. Sorry, I'm shaking my head and my hand. I'm passionate about this. Nobody. Now, so Donald says he's happy how he is. If you are happy how you are and you are proud of how you are right now, and that's how you want to be in the next 10 years, let me see a hands up. Let me see an emoji. But if you know that you know that you know that you are created for greatness, that there's something inside of you that has not come out yet. You know that there's something that you need to change in your routine. You need to change in your mindset. You need to change. You know you need to change. You know that there's something, there's a you see in the future that is not where you are right now. Please give me an emoji. We can be best. What is better? We can be best. We can do a lot better than where we are. So a lot of times I feel like we settle. And not to offend anybody, because sometimes you are where you are because that's just you are where you are right now because that's the situation, right? But all of us can, you, as long as, see, there's hope okay, this is Ejeni here. This is Ejeni. Okay, maybe I'm too low here. It's Ejeni up there. Where I see myself, I'm not even 1/8. What's lower than 1/8? I'm not even 1/8 of where I know I can be. Where I know, not can be, where I know that I will be. I'm not joking. Everything could be going wrong right now, which in the past couple of weeks, I'm telling you, anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Embarrassingly. But I'm not going to lose faith. I'm not going to lose faith because, yes, I can be best. What's better? I think how better I help anybody. I know I have family members in Nigeria. The situation in Nigeria, there's no hope. I feel like Nigerian youths in Nigeria are like a snake in water, right? A land snake, or not a water snake, a land snake in water. Okay, let me do it this way. I feel like Nigerian youths, and I'm getting somewhere with this, and because I have a lot of my family members in here, I feel like Nigerian youths or some Nigerians in Nigeria who are created for greatness. So that they're like, I can't use any other analogy, but like a land snake who thrives on land, who gets his prey on land, who is fantastic on land doing his thing, right? He will shed his skin, live life, is, chilling. And then he gets caught in a container of water and the lid is closed. That snake will fight. He will make sure his head, you understand? He's fighting in the water, not staying in that water. And he knows the longer he stays there, the shorter his lifespan will be. So he's fighting. He's fighting. Guess what he will do? He will lift his head above that water and he will keep jamming the lid. He will keep jamming the lid. He will keep hitting the lid. It's either he hits that lid open or his helper comes and opens the lid and he gets out and he sprints out. But while he's there, this is my own analogy. While he's in that water, he's already planning of how he will lead his life. He will never go close to water anymore. He will never go close to a container anymore because he doesn't even know why he got in there. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Because he had the hope, he was fighting. He was hitting that lid, hitting the lid. That's the cover of the container. He was hitting it. He was lifting his head above water. He was doing his best to survive. That way, immediately he comes out, he's gonna thrive. He's not settling there like, well, since nobody has come now, I guess that's my faith. Let me just sit here and whenever my time is, I will go. Whenever it's my time, I will just go. Since nobody, I mean, I don't even know how I entered here. How could I be in here? No, it's not Johnny that pushed me in here. We were just playing, then he pushed me in here. Or is it not this person? You're not sitting down there. Maybe a snake is not a person, is not the best analogy to use, but if you understand what I'm saying, you understand the analogy. Don't forget to like, guys. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Definitely say hi to each other. Thank you so much for being here. You don't settle, man. We're lions. We are more than conquerors. We are victors. We are not victims. I don't care what you're going through. I mean, I care, but I don't care because what you're going through should not define who you're going to be. You don't settle. So now I did some research. Oh my goodness. I did some research, right? On and oh my goodness, I lost it because my phone was charging. I did some research on what's like settling. When you settle means like you're okay with settling for average. You're okay with just being where you are. Who benefits from being average? How dare you be average? How dare you settle? For example, I know people whose spouses, female or male, can talk to them anyhow. Like I don't believe if I'm in a relationship, someone will call me you're an idiot. Yeah, like the B word. Look at you, you be good. If you guys are joking around, yes, but still, I know my husband and I first got married. I'll tell him, see your head. See your head. In front of my mother. My mother said, don't you say that. Don't you we're just gotten married. She's like, how can you call the person you just got married to see your head? Are you okay? Me, I'm like, we're just joking. She said, no. I'm like, what's our issue? Because she says when it starts with see your head, it will start with stronger words because it was tolerated, it was taken, we're taking it as a joke. So don't start what you can't finish. I know couples who say, look at you, you're an idiot, come on, get away, all those things. How is that a nice thing to do? It might not be a big deal because we understand each other, but why? Would you want your kids to? Do you understand? Like, you're settling for such communication. See your head. I better carry your belly. See your belly. See how you look. Why are you saying that? Within the person belly, it might be minor and insignificant, but it's important. All right, let me get to the point. I think we should just be these individuals who tell ourselves, I cannot allow myself to settle for average. I should not let myself allow myself to settle for average. Why are you in that relationship that you're being abused? How dare you sit there and remain abused verbally, mentally, emotionally, physically? Why? Why are people sitting in relationships? Some of them are not even married, though. The husband, the boyfriend or the girlfriend is beating the person, and you're there. You slapping, beating, shoving, pushing is not love. Let me not even go into all of that. Right? Why are you staying in a relationship where you know that the man is not good with finances and he's draining the family? Why do we sit there? Why do we sit in a relationship where the woman is a spendthrift? She must buy every designer bag and she'll tell you it's her money. Meanwhile, you guys don't have a 10-year plan. Why are you sitting there? I'm not saying divorce, but I'm saying, why are you settling for that? Okay? Why are you settling in a career that's your boss doesn't care about your contribution on how much of a value add you are? Why are you settling in a career that you don't even like? How can you be great in what you enjoy doing and excel at it? And when you come to the table, they know somebody has arrived. How? How can you be a passive parent? Oh, my kids is okay. No. Because you are great, your kids will be great. People who are around you will be great. You don't accept people who are average thinkers when you're no. Except an average person comes and wants to learn and be where you are, then you can allow them in your circle. All right. So hold on. I searched for this. I found it, and then I lost it. Oh my gosh. A lot of times why people settle for less than they deserve, or the less than they settle for a life. How will I put it? Why people settle for a life beneath what they know they are worth is because they've lost hope. They have no self-esteem, or they have no self-esteem, or they have low self-esteem. All right. um or they have insecurities. um what I've started to realize is that a lot of people need help. It's not just motivating. I think is opening the eyes, opening the minds of people. A lot of people are walking around with a closed mindset. A lot of people are walking around with no mindset. They just robots through their life. Is it robots or is it robots? Robots, right? They robot through their life. And I've had that too. Well, have a boyfriend, get pregnant, get married. Have a boyfriend, get married, get pregnant, have babies. No plan. I won't lie to you. I didn't sit down and say I plan to get married. This is my plan on getting married. You understand? It cannot just happen. And it's not funny. You have to have that plan. See, I can talk about this all day. Last week I closed my theme. I concluded a theme that I was talking about having a you relationship. In order for you not to settle, you have to have a quality relationship with yourself. Once you have that relationship with yourself, you know that you know that you know when you see BS, bull crap, BC. My kids are on, so I can't say that. When you know who you are and you know what you're worth, There are certain things that you just know you will not do. A lot of us already know. If you're married on here, you know. If you knew that you know, there's a way you would have been before you married the same person you're married to or married to somebody else, whatever. If you've been in a relationship before, you know that if you had been a certain way, if you knew certain things, if you know what you know now, there's a certain way you would have been to be able to attract who you ought to or who you're with or change certain things about yourself. So when you don't know who you are, you tend to kind of settle because, hey, but it's not too late. If you've settled in your career and it's not fulfilling, you can change. Listen, we are human beings, we're not trees. Jim Rohn says we are not trees, so you can move. Moving means that you can move in your mind. You can move physically. My younger brothers were in Lagos and Lagos wasn't working. They moved. Not that life is any easier for them, but they know that these boys are the hardest workers that I know. I mean, they are grinders, they are hustlers. Why? Because they see themselves as great, regardless of their background, regardless of what is happening around them. They are, in my own interpretation of their hustle, maybe the money is not coming the way it's supposed to. But because I know who they are and I've spoken, they don't know when I talk to them, I take notes. When I talk to them, there are things I see. I am proud to have the siblings I have. Specifically, Opwene, Ipalebo, Honey Boy, Harold, T-Boy. These four people that I know, ha, I can't wait. I can't wait for the world to hear their name. They are here and I'm saying it. And I don't want to be emotional. I can't wait for the world to hear their names because they are hard workers and they believe in themselves, even when sometimes they have no reason to. They believe strongly in themselves and their abilities. They just need that one opportunity to shine. And these are guys who ask themselves that they tell themselves, I'm not gonna settle, and they don't settle. They were in Port Harcourt, nothing was happening, they moved to Lagos. Not that they have all the money in the world, they are killing it in their own, not they are killing it in the sense that there are still some people in Port Harcourt who are still complaining there, waiting for somebody to send money from somewhere. But they are pushing. It's not rosy. It's not. Sometimes you call them they're in high spirits. Sometimes they're in low spirits. But I still try to encourage them. You cannot settle where you are just because that's what you see. No. There's one thing I always tell myself: I want God to be proud of me. And if I want God to be proud of me, not that I'll be perfect, oh, but at least He knows me. He created me. At least in the things that I'm doing on a daily basis, in looking at my heart and the things that I do, that I will not know that I'm supposed to be at 100. I will start operating at 10%. Hannah, you're married, so you hustle. I'm just kidding. And my sisters, yes, my sisters, my cousins, they are hustling. Hannah, yes, she was in Bini, and as God will have it, she's in the UK with 4 kids. I know when she was hustling. She's a hustler. She learned how to sew with 4 kids. Not that she perfected it, she's always looking for how to grow. So, yes, I'm proud of all of you. I'm dead serious. My other sister, Tari's a hustler. If she said she would do it, I mean, I have an amazing family. I'm telling you, like my cousins, calling them cousins are not enough. I just say sisters and brothers. Why? Because we kind of share the same fire in us. We kind of, in the little place that we are, we just don't settle. Like, do you understand? India, I call her India, but her name is Hannah. I know Hannah's story. Like, we've been sisters since, like, she knows. We don't settle. Not that we have it all. We've never really had it all, honestly speaking. But we know that we are going to have it all and then tell the story and then help. Why am I doing this show? Why am I doing this show? These are the kind of reasons why I'm doing this show. Because I don't like pocket conversations. Let the pocket conversations come out in the open and help somebody else. and be a solution to somebody else so they can live their life how they're supposed to, not settle for less. In everything we go through, God is in it. In all the tests that we have been through, the testimonies are about to be shared. Get Sense with it, Jenny, is where you come and get nuggets, hear stories. Guests are going to come. I'm going to come and talk to you, and you can share with people. I'm fired up. I'm forgetting why I even came here. Sorry. We cannot settle. I don't care. You might be in a bad marriage. Ask yourself, why am I here? Where should I be? Where do I see myself? Where am I supposed to be? I'm not saying anybody should divorce. So I'm not saying divorce. But if divorce is the answer for you, have a strategy. Please, you guys, I'm talking sense here. Give me some emojis. Give me some fire. Give me some dancing lady. Give me some smiley face. Give me teeth, self. I am making some sense up in this house, man. We are going to be great and we'll share the story. Each one help one. Each one help one. Pay it forward. That's life. That's what makes God proud. You guys hear my fly entered the house and my son. If you hear him, just keep screaming, there's a fly. I have so much to share. I have so much to share. But let's decide to live our lives. Let's live quality lives. See, what I researched has disappeared. How dare you? Why should you? Why should you settle for a life less than you ought to? Sorry, I lost what I researched out and I can't find it anymore. I'm just gonna speak from my head. So I shared reasons why people settle because they don't know any better. They have low self-esteem. Um, they have low self-esteem. They have insecurities. Why try? Procrastination. Nobody really cares. Laziness is sometimes it's laziness. But how dare you experience all those things? And if you're feeling those things and that's how you're being lazy, you don't want to push, and some people are like that too. In my business I just started, some people are like, they didn't show me, I didn't see it. Meanwhile, I have other people coming to the business saying, hey, where do I find this, where do I find this? Okay, okay, they are so coachable. You have to be individually coachable. You have to want to change where you are. You have to want to be better. So number one, don't settle for less than you're supposed to. That's number one. Please, somebody share that. Number one, don't settle. Right? How did I lose everybody? Can you guys hear me? Am I loud and clear? I think I lost people. Something happened. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay. So I after doing my research and everything, I realized something, and s- settling and being in that passive place, personally to me it's not okay, but for some people it's okay for them. And the number one reason that I researched out is that some people settle because it gives them stability. They don't want to take any risk. Like I spoke to somebody who complained about certain things in her relationship, and she's not happy there. And I've spoken to a guy too. He's not happy there, but they're stable. The who they are with is not who they want to be with. but he's kind of stable. I mean, he's a good guy though. I mean, we don't really quarrel. I mean, we don't particularly disagree, but you guys are not on fire for each other. You guys don't share your goals. You don't plan together. Nothing. He comes to the house. Oh, how welcome, welcome. How are you? I'm fine. How was work? Work was fine. How did you do? Fine, fine. You don't enter song. Hey, I'm fine. I'm fine. We fine. Okay, we fine. Okay, we fine. It don't become song. So basic. People don't go out on dates with their spouses. People don't, like do fun stuff if you're in a marriage. Oh, the person said she's okay. Where will she go? She's stable. Yeah, it becomes it becomes a song. How now are they fine? No, how children then they, how husband they, oh, how work they, how work, how children, how life. It becomes a whole mundane. Okay, we're good. I'm not saying if I call you say I'm fine, I'm good. What's up? No, I'm not saying that. But some people just want that. And some people just want that stability and they're fine. They don't want any go. Yeah, stop. They just want that stability and they're okay. But I'm saying to you that you can be more than you are right now. You can. If your marriage, your relationship, your finances, your career is just okay and you're okay, okay, that's for you. But I am speaking today to those who want more out of their lives. Do not settle for a mediocre life in your finances, in your career, in your relationship, within yourself. I tell my kids all the time, start with a book, a paper, even printing paper. Now you get self start. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision down. What vision do you see for your life? Listen, when you begin to write things down, you challenge yourself from settling from a mediocre life that is just okay. Vision for your life. I see myself as a great woman of God campaigning to change the lives of women, youth, people to live the life they ought to live through perfecting my skills in transformational speaking. That's one. Two, I want to have a phenomenal life that my kids can look up to. I want to raise change makers, confident, strong, amazing men and women whose name will not be forgotten for remarkable things in history. I want my parents, my parents, meaning my grandparents, my great grandparents, my dad who's gone, and my mom who's alive, that whenever they think of the word Ejeni, the name they gave me, Ejeni, they'll be like, yes, that's my child. It gives me goosebumps to think that. I want to live in a house that I can call my own and my home. I want to have a car that carries my children to wherever we want to go to. I want to be financially, and I want to have financial and time freedom. I'm telling you guys what you can write. I'm telling you mine, you can do yours. And when you write these things down and you can translate them into a vision board, use Canva. I can flip my things. See my vision board over there. I have my vision board on this monitor and on my phone. My kids see me. I stand on a stool and I speak. That's a vision for my life. I am not settling as who Ejeni was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. 10 years ago, 19 years ago, I wasn't secure. I wasn't sure. So because I'm not sure, I'm making stupid decisions, rubbish decisions based on maybe what's happening then. But if I had a vision, if I had my goals, I wouldn't have settled to be that new college graduate who just had a boyfriend, fell in love. You understand? All those things. That whole falling in love, who catch you, Seth? Okay, that was funny. That was actually funny to me. If it wasn't funny to you, then your problem past my joke what I just tell right now. If I had a vision, if I had goals set, there's a way I will live my life. and make, not that I will be perfect all the time, but I would have been intentional. So how dare you settle? For you not to settle, know who you are. Don't settle for less than you're supposed to. Number one. Number two, be intentional. Number two, be intentional. Know where you are. Know where you are. Know who you are. Know where you are. Number two or number three. Number two, intentional. Number three, know where you are. Bam. Where you are is, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not productive, I don't see any results, I'm complaining too much, I'm not whatever. Know where you are. And then number four, create a strategy. A strategy is your vision board. Create a vision board. Write it. Number four, what did I say number four, Save? It's just coming out of my mouth. Number four, know where you are, then create a strategy. And that strategy can be, write your vision down, write your goals down, and you look at it every day. Create your affirmations. I can be more than I am. I can be more than I am. I must be more. I will be more. I can be more. I will be more. I must be more. I can be more. I will be more. I must be more. Ha! Be serious. Number five. Abi? And they join everything. Write them anyhow. Afar, write it, please. Be serious. Joke around though, but be serious with who you know you want to be. If you can't tell somebody, see, I'm gonna be president, they laugh you. That's the day you stop being friends with that person. This show, I've been talking about it. I said I was gonna have meeting with my brothers, meeting with my sisters. I was gonna do this, do that. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Boom. I started. Is it perfect yet? No. But let me tell you my vision for this show. The vision for Get Sets with Ejeni is that when people think of Ejeni, think of recipes, think of, amazing nuggets and stuff, they come to my show, they share it. Where I'm located right now, I say any Nigerian, oh God, whew, I'm fired up. Any Nigerian celebrity who lives here, who visits here, will want to come on the show. My show is going to be sought after, meaning that I will be booked months and months on end. Like, I'll be booked months in advance because people want to come here and talk. People want to come here and leave nuggets. Anybody who is somebody. And people who are quote unquote nobodies, not nobodies because people don't know them just yet. It gets sense with it, Jenny. I've not talked about having a location yet because now we are in the digital age. So this creates the opportunity to see people on here. I like to be physical and see people physically. Yes. If Flavor comes into Houston, he wants to be here before he leaves. He can be in his hotel room. He doesn't have to. I don't have to start organizing spending money to bring somebody to my show and all those. No, I don't want all those extra things. No, be in your room is scheduled and we talk. Why are you here? What do you do? Why do you do what you do? What drives you? A lot of times people just do stuff as robots. They're not intentional. So being intentional is very important. A lot of things I know now, everybody says that, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. A lot of things that I know now that I just did because, okay, like something to do, I would not do them. Why did I do them? Why? Know where you are. Create a strategy. What is your vision? Where do you see yourself? What are you living here? So my channel, it's called Inejeni's Corner. My whole name is Inejeni's Corner. Inejeni's Corner. Inejeni. My parents, being the cool youths that they were, they coined out Ejeni out of my name. It never really had a meaning. It doesn't really have a meaning. It's just Inejeni. It can be Ine Vivian, I guess. But I asked my dad in 2009 when I moved back to Nigeria. My sister has a wonderful name. My brother has an amazing name. Those are kids that they were praying for. Me, I just showed up to interrupt their life. Those ones, they prayed and those ones came. I beg. Right? And my dad said, I mean, it's a nice. I said, I love the name. I hate my middle name, but I love this name. I said, what would you give the name as my dad? You know what he told me? He said, you know what? I'm gonna give a meaning to your name. When Ikoyi Club, I will forget 2009. He said, Ejeni means expectation fulfilled. Boom! That's the meaning of my name. And let me go back to why I needed to have a meaning to my name. When I worked for Coca-Cola in Atlanta, I went upstairs to, so when you work for Coca-Cola, each floor has different beverage you can drink. Some have Fanta, some have, squirts or whatever, different brands on different floors. So I went to this particular floor to grab some other drink. I can't remember the drink. And I met a lady there and I introduced myself. And she said, Fire put Ejeni, then equal to expectation fulfilled. Yes. And we introduced ourselves. And she said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Nigeria. She's like, wow. Nigerians always have meanings to their name. So what's the meaning of your name? I'm like, it doesn't have a meaning. It's just a cute name. She's like, no, your name means whatever you give it. I'm like, what? She's like, yes, whatever you give it is your name. Even if it has a meaning and you don't like the meaning, you can always change the name or you give meaning to your name. I'm like, wow. So that made me want to ask what my name meant. And since my dad told me that my name means expectation fulfilled, that's it. That's it for me. I'm expected to live an amazing, remarkable life. Life that will not be easily forgotten. Remarkable. I'll be known for great things. What is a vision for your life? Once you have a vision for your life, you know that you cannot settle. I'm not saying if you're in a bad marriage, go get a divorce. I'm not saying if you're in a bad relationship, leave your partner. But do what you must to make sure you create a higher standard for yourself. Moderators, please put that. Do what you must to create a higher standard for yourself. These things I'm mentioning right here will enable you not to settle because we're challenging you today. How dare you settle? Another thing I wanted to tell everybody, whenever you come to my show, please have a paper and pen ready. I have I have I have things researched and I have it playing, but with technology, if you don't write it down, which I normally do, but I was doing something else before I started and I didn't get to write it out so I can see it clearly and actually list them out. But I'm speaking this from my head and it disappeared from my phone. I don't know why. I can't even get it back. Do what you must in capital letters to create a higher standard for yourself. And this helps. See, you don't know how important it is for you to know that you are created for greatness and for you to stay away from settling in a mediocre, average, no cause life, a life with no cause, no purpose. If that's what God intended for your life, He would have made you I don't know, I don't know, something insignificant, or maybe not created you at all. So don't settle. If you're single, so freaking what? Build yourself up. Not everybody is created to get married. Like sometimes I feel that way when I'm having issues with my husband. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be married, Seth. I mean, maybe he's listening, maybe not. He knows me. Maybe I shouldn't be because there's certain things that I cannot do because I'm a wife. I mean, what the hell? Sorry. Yes, tell yourself that. Ian, kill the fly or leave me alone. Sorry. Tell yourself these things, please. Share this live. It's important. We are alive now. Once you're dead, you can't do anything else. While you're alive, you can make the change. Jim Rohn says you're not a tree. Since you're not a tree, move. If you're in a loveless situation, deal with it. However, you must. So create, create, create. Do what you must to create a higher standard for yourself. I know, right, Ian? He's over there screaming about the fly every time the fly flies around. Some people are in a loveless marriage, loveless relationship. Some people are in a growthless marriage, growthless relationship, and they are hanging in there because I mean, where I won't go, where I no go. How can okay, if you don't want to leave, how can you change you while you're there? You're not a tree, man. How can you do better? Okay, you're a single guy struggling, trying to build yourself up. Work on your mindset, read books. YouTube now has some books that people have nabbed and put in there. Read them. People have researched. Why? What? How, let me tell you how fantastic books are. People have done the research for you, and they put them in this pages of amazingness. Amazing. Is amazing. Is amazingness a word? All right, I've created the word amazingness, and you read it, and you take the. I don't read a book without my highlighters. Ask my children. Now I do Audible. If I'm reading my Audible, I have my book sometimes. Sometimes I don't because it's Audible. I can go back to it. I know what chapter I was reading. I know what minute, what second I was when that nugget came by. I'm going to close. I'm sorry, in 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm so fired up. So, what are we talking about today? Know who you are. Don't settle. Hey, moderator, let's go through one. One to, how many did I do? One to five? Yeah, one to five. One to six. One to six. Let's go through it again. Number one, yes. So let me just summarize it so I can end in about 4 minutes. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I don't take your presence for granted. Wherever we are, we can do more. Whether you're single, you're married, in a relationship, in a bad career, you don't have a career yet, you're still trying to figure out who you are. Number one, you are created for greatness. Now, how can you key into that so that you can become more? Right? And you just don't freaking settle for rubbish, for nonsense, for stupidity, for average, for less than. It's not acceptable. Do you understand? If you're making 30K a month right now in Nigeria, you know that you got credit for more. What can I always ask yourself? Add this number 7, please. Always ask yourself, what must I do? Number 6 says, do what you must. Number 7 is asking yourself, what must I do to get to from point A to point B? All right. So number 1, don't settle for less than you're supposed to. Number 2. Number two. Be intentional. Maybe that should be number 1, but that's fine. Let's just go with the flow. Be intentional. Be intentional. You know what intentional means? You meant to do it. If you know that you want to go and jog today, be intentional about going to jog by preparing your shirt, your tights, your tennis shoes, your socks. Brush your teeth, get your AirPods ready. You're intentionally wanting to do this in this time. If you want to cook, if you want to treat your husband, your wife special, if you want to call a friend, whatever, know that this is minutes. Intentional means minutes. I mean it. Number 3, know where you are. Know where you are at every point in time. This is recognize that you are here with these things going on. All right, I must do these things. It might not always work out that way, but as long as you are following the steps, as long as you know you are going somewhere higher. I'm dead serious, guys. 2 more minutes. Number 4, create a strategy once you know where you are. So you're being intentional and you know where you are. Now you create a strategy. In what a strategy is just a plan. A strategy is a plan that takes you from point A to point B or whatever. Is a plan to change. The strategy is a plan to change, plan for a change, plan to change, all of them together. Create a strategy to change where you are. Now that you recognize where you are, know that you can be more. So I will. We're gonna say that at the end. Okay, 1 more minute. All right, number 5. What's number 5? Number 5. Be serious about who you know you want to be. Be serious about that. And what was number 6 that I added again? I can't remember. Do what you must. Do what you must. So now we have to say this together before we leave. I can be more. Everybody type it out. And you tell yourself out loud. Number 7, yes. What must I do? Or do what you must. I think the same thing. Oh, what must I do? Do what you must. Okay, I think that's the same thing. 6 and 7 are the same thing, I think. All right. So everybody type this out before we leave. Okay, now we're at the 1 minute mark. We're done. Okay. So I can be more. I will be more. I must be more. If you're a Christian, you seal it up within Jesus' name. If you're not, I don't know what you're going to say, but I can be more. I will be more. I must be more. Oh, if you're not Christian, you can say, and so shall it be. Abi? If amen, they pay your body, and so shall it be. In case amen is too Christian for you, or it just not who you are, I can be more. I will be more. I must be more. In Jesus' name, amen. Or you can say, and so shall it be. I appreciate you guys being here. And I challenge you to take these nuggets to use to get sense for your life. I'm just kidding. I hope that you use these nuggets to apply to your life so that you can be more than you are. We're not trees, we can change. I keep looking at myself. I need to learn how to look at the camera. We're not trees, we can change to be best than where we are, to be better than where we are, to be best version of ourselves, like Oprah says. We can, we will, we must. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you being here. Definitely give me a thumbs up. And aside you guys leaving comments here, please go back to the video and leave comments. Talk about how the show was. Also leave nuggets you got from the show. All of you here, I urge you to please help because it helps. It's an engagement on YouTube. They see that people are leaving comments. Definitely share the live or share the nuggets you got from the lives. All right, in the main comment, not in the comment here or not in the chat here, but in the main video comment. Really go back there and talk about how the show went, how you saw the show. Are you going to be coming back? Right, and please share the live. And next time when you're coming back, bring one person, bring 2 people. Right, it's every Friday 11 a.m. until it changes. That's the time. God bless each of you for showing up, for giving me your time, for blessing me with your presence, and for engaging and making this so amazing. May God meet you at every. I should stop looking at myself and look at the camera. May God meet you at every point of your needs. It's a new month, it's a new day, and this month to start is going to be remarkable for us all. We might go through some bumps, but go back to who you know you'll be. That way you're not settling for less. God bless you. Is the end of our show. Know that you're phenomenal. Like Les Brown says, you have greatness in you. I know people say, hey, just motivate it and just relax, motivate. Listen, how being negative help? How wallowing in what you're going through, you don't have money, this and that, how does it help? You just go. You just pick up and you go. If you're feeling bad, call me. I will ginger you if I can. If I'm feeling bad, I ginger myself. I play Nigerian music and I dance my sorrows away. I dance my sadness away because it's temporary. All right, I'm supposed to be done 3 minutes ago. Thank you so much. The show is over. God bless you. See you next week when we're gonna have a guest, and we may talk about this topic again. But I just appreciate you guys. I can't wait to celebrate each and every one of you, whether you're replaying, whether you're here already. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, subscribe. I'm spraying saliva on you guys. Subscribe. I crack myself up. Listen, if you don't laugh at my jokes, like I said, the issues that you have are more than the jokes I'm telling. It's not my fault. I try. All right. So if you're replaying, hashtag replay. Again, go to the comments and type out how the show went. Whatever nuggets you can remember, please put in the comments. Not this chat, but in the comments on every of the videos that you've been part of. God bless you. God favor you. God increase you. God um um surround you with his favor, okay? And safety. Like my mother says, may God cover you with a white cloud of peace and safety where no evil shall penetrate. All right? Ciao. Is it ciao, Abisiao? I want to leave me a break. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day.